بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. من يهدي الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته, my dear sisters. Today, inshallah, we're going to continue the tafsir and pondering of the ayat from Surat Nuh, from the ayah number 21 to the ayah 25. Last time we mentioned about the ayat that Prophet Nuh alayhi wasalam is talking to his people or the disbelievers and inviting them to the religion, to the Islam. As we mentioned before, that Islam is the religion of all the prophets and all their message is Tawheed or oneness of Allah, since Prophet Adam till Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. And we mentioned that the whole surah actually is talking about part of the story of Prophet Nuh alayhi salam about the invitation, how to invite others, and the different varieties and the different ways of invitation, and how this da'wah can be changed from being secretly or being announced, or we can feel from the ayat that Prophet Nuh was all the time dedicated for his da'wah, since he was ordered from Allah by that, he immediately went for his people and inviting them and starting to revising and make them see the ayat, the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he persuaded them to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah, when they believe, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send the barakah in their life, and they will have lots of children and of strength and power and wealth, all that, trying to make them believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then another way of da'wah by this is what we call the first way, when you make da'wah by saying you will have the barakah on your life, you will have children, you will have so and so, and like what happened in ayah 11, ayah 12. This is the way which is called in Arabic targhib. Targhib, yani you invite the one who is you are inviting to Islam by making something good for him will happen. Then when they are not responding to this way, so we can the Prophet Nuh change it to other way of da'wah by making them to see. He told them in ayah 15, don't you see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how he created 7 heavens layers above each other, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this moon and make the light coming from it, and how he made for you the sun as like the hot lamp, where you can have the light and the warm at the same time, and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grow you from the earth, starting from Prophet Adam and then all the children of Adam, as like the plants. Allahu anbatakum min al-ardi nabata. And then he will return you back in this earth, and then will be resurrected. إخراجا يخرجكم, will bring you out. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made for you the earth as easy to walk on it. بساطة لتسلكوا منها, so you can go through all your provision, or you can go through this earth. So all these things, all these form what Prophet Nuh informed them concerning Allah's power and his greatness in creating the heavens and the earth. It demonstrates the favor that he did for them by making both heavily benefits on them. For he is the creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and sustainer, who made the heaven as building and the earth as bed, and he enlarged his provisions for his creatures. Therefore, he is the one who is obligatory to worship and accept as one God. No one should be associated with him as a partner because he is no equal, he has no equal, no peer for him, subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the most high and the most great. All these things, Nuh alayhi salam tried to convince his people and to convey the message of Allah to make people believing in him. Then the ayah 21 comes. Well, we can feel from ayah 21 what? قال نوح, Nuh said to his Lord, my Lord, Rabbi, إنهم عصوني, indeed they disobeyed me. So now we can feel the sadness and the emotion of Prophet Noah when he's talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, complaining to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about what happened from those people. He tried with them everything, every way of da'wah he can do. And remember also that not every type of da'wah, he stayed a lot of time. Yani Prophet Nuh in other ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he mentioned that he invited his people for 950 years. 950 years he was consistent in inviting his people to Islam. And despite all that, scholars mentioned that about maybe 70 or 80 people were with him in the ship, the Safina, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he ordered him to build. So here, this is very important lesson to learn from Prophet Nuh for us, that when you're inviting others, when you're advising, you are not concerning about the result. What you are doing is your effort. This is the reward of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will come to you from your effort, for your efforts, not for the result that the one in front of you will be guided or not. So you have to do the efforts. And this is very important because sometimes you may do effort with someone or advise someone or invite someone to Islam, and after a long time, you will not see any response. This is not this is not your issue. This is not your mission. Your mission is only to guide, is only to invite, and this is what you will be rewarded for. So here again, Prophet Nuh is saying to his Lord, Rabbi, my Lord, innahum asawni. Despite of all that, they disobeyed me. واتبعوا and followed من لم يزده, the one who didn't increase him, ماله, his money, وولده, his children, except إلا means except in loss. خسارة, خسارة means loss. So here Nuh turned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to inform Allah that he is, of course, Allah the all-knowing, from whom nothing escapes, that he presented the clear call as mentioned. But here, just to tell us how the importance of dua and how the important that Nuh is talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this actually should be also our behavior. When you have something that you are anxious or concerned about, talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tell him, Ya Allah, help me. You are the Al-Mawla, you are the supporter, you are the Nasir. Help me. Talk to Allah. Talk to Allah. We have to learn this. Dua is important, and also talking to Allah and say, Ya Allah, help me. What should I do? What should I do in this problem? What should I do? This is very important because to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the complaining. If we want to make anything in our hearts, talk to Allah. So again, Prophet Nuh mentioned that they disobeyed me, opposed him, denied him, and followed the children of the world. They were those who were heedless of the command of Allah. When he say they followed the one who has his money and his children, means that they followed the one they possess delights of wealth and children. However, these things or worldly benefits were also for Allah here giving us that those disbelievers were taken by this dunya, by this world, by their desires to increase from their wealth, from their children, and this increase will not resulted in anything but loss. for them in the hereafter. Okay, so what does it mean? لم يزده ماله وولده means that the money and the children for some people is a way for loss. A way for loss. If this money earned in a haram way, on a prohibited way, and being spent in a prohibited or in a haram way, and the same for the children will come from haram income, so they will not be good offspring. They will not, يعني maybe the parents will have the desires for the children from their love to go for a haram way income to bring for to raise their children. So at that time, the children and the money will be source of loss for the mankind or for the human being or for any man. But another type, if this comes from halal way, the income and the children being raised in what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us, so it will be a great reward in this life and in the hereafter. So the same thing can be source of loss and at the same time can be source of gain for the believer. It will be gain for them to have money from halal and spend for charity and for the zakah and sadaqat. It will help him. It will help the believer during his life and after his death. When he has a good offspring, they will make dua for him, and his amal or his deed will continue even after his death. The contrary and the reverse will happen if these all in haram way or in the disobedient way. Then what else? So number one, that those disbelievers, they disobeyed Prophet Nuh alayhi salam and they followed their desires. Number two, in ayah 22, وَمَكَرُوا. Not only that, they make conspiracy, makaru, or they plot, they have plot and a plan, makran, kubbara, makran, kubbara, immense conspiracy. They tried يعني to make يعني plotted a deceptive plot for their followers, tricking them into believing that they were following the truth and correct guidance. And this is very dangerous. The disbelievers in every time, with every prophet, their danger is not that they say, we will not believe and become disbeliever and that's all. No, the danger is coming from that they try to persuade others and convince others to do like them. And this is what happened with Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. All the time he's trying to invite people in Mecca. The disbelievers in Mecca, they come and tell people, oh, don't listen to this man. He is a madman. He is a soothsayer. He is a magician. Whatever they want to say, they will say just to prevent people from listening. And this was the main problem with the Prophet ﷺ in Mecca, that he told them, خَلُّوا بَيْنِي وَبَيْنَ النَّاسِ. Let me talk to the people. Let me invite others. Okay, you refuse to be believers, it's your own problem. But not try to make people away from listening. And this is the danger. So here, مكروا مكرا, make يعني they're plotting that they will يعني tricking the people away from guidance and from listening, to the degree that it was mentioned that during the Prophet Nuh time, we mentioned it's 950 years of da'wah, that the man before dying come and tell his son, look to this man, for Prophet Nuh, never believe in him or in his words. Before he dies, he just make wasiya yani for his children not to listen to Prophet Nuh. So this is the thing which is very dangerous. And what else? So number two, they prevented others from believing. So they didn't believe and they prevented others from believing. Number three, what else? In ayah 23. In ayah 23, they mentioned, they said, وقالوا, and they said, لا تذرن, don't leave, تذرن, leave, آلهتكم, your gods, ولا تذرن, and don't leave, ودا ولا سواعا ولا يغوث ويعوق ونسرا. This is actually are the names of the idols. All of them are names. ودا, سواعا, يغوث, يعوق, نسرا. there were the idols, the name of the idols they used to worship at that time. And as came in the tafsir here, Ibn Jarir recorded from Muhammad ibn Qais that he said that those names were righteous people. Waddan wa Suwa'an wa Yaghutha wa Ya'uqa Nasra, they were righteous people between the time of Adam and Nuh. And they had followers who used to adhere to their guidance. Then, when they died, their companion who used to follow them said, if we make images of them, it will increase our desire to perform worship when we remember them. And this is the dangerous of making statues or images for people. That's why, so they made images for them. And then when those people died and other people came after them, Iblis or the shaitan approached them and said, they or your preceders used to worship these statues. So when they made statues for them, the shaitan, after many generations, when they passed away, came to the people and said, this is your idols, so worship. This is your gods, then worship. Okay, that's why the prohibition of the statues in Islam is very clear in this aspect, especially the statues, because actually the statues is making a statue for a man, and those people who are making such statues will be the most people who are being punished in the hellfire, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell them, you made these statues, so revive them if you can. Why it is prohibited in Islam, the statues for people or for mankind? That because of that, because by time people will be maybe affected by them and worship them. That's what happened with those people of Prophet Noah. So that's why in Ayah 24 is coming that when those people made statues, the result was what? وَقَدْ أَضَلُّوا, and indeed they have led astray. They have misled people. كثيرا, many. كثيرا here means many people. وَلَا تَزِدْ, and do not increase. الظالمين, تزد is increase. الظالمين, the wrongdoers. إِلَّا ضَلَالًا. So here, those people coming generation after generation being astray or being in loss. Why? Because they believed in such idols or such statues that being built for those people. Then ayah 25 is that because of that, مِمَّا خَطِيئَاتِهِمْ. خَطِيئَاتِهِم is their sins. خَطِيئَاتِهِم means their sins. Allah here is talking to their punishment. The punishment of those people or the disbelievers. Okay? Here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, it is the reply or the speak of Allah. We will return back to the ayah 21. We said, Nuh said, قال Nuh, they disobeyed me and they plotted their conspiracy. And they said, don't leave your gods. And they being these gods being misled a lot of people, and here didn't increase wrongdoers except astray and except loss. So here it comes in ayah 25, Allah is saying after that, what will be their punishment? Those disbelievers, they will be punished. Why they will be punished? Because of their sins, their huge sins that been now enumerated by Prophet Noah. They disobeyed him. They made other people not believing, not only them, but they prevent others from listening. And they kept on telling people you should be strict on your previous idol and worshiping them. So, and this of course led to astray and loss of many people misled after following them. So what will be these all are their sins. That's why the word is coming here, خطيئاتهم, their sin. And this word actually we stopped it during our recitation of you, yani few sisters stopped at it because it is difficult little bit to be pronounced. And this is from the linguistic techniques and the miracle of the linguistic technique in Quran, that the word that have a lot of things meaning in it is also difficult to be pronounced. That's why خطيئتهم is a plural, which means a lot of sins. Their sins, mimma, because, mimma means because of their lots of sins. What happened? أغرقوا, they were drowned. أغرقوا, they were drowned. And أغرقوا is a past tense of يغرق. يغرق means to drown. أغرقوا is already drowned. It is in the past tense. Although that the hereafter or the day of judgment didn't come yet for us, but actually for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it definitely will happen. That's why sometimes you'll find the past tense is coming when Allah is speaking about the day of judgment. Because here the past tense means it definitely will happen. أغرقوا فأدخلوا, and they were entered already. نارا, hellfire. فلم يجدوا لهم, at that time when they will enter the hellfire, they will not find. يجدوا, they will not find. لهم, for them. من دون الله, beside Allah. أنصارا, helper. So why it comes here? فلم يجدوا لهم من دون الله أنصارا, because they will all the time try to make a companion, try to make group against the da'wah and against the Prophet Nuh alayhi salam. So when they will enter the hellfire, they will not find any helpers. At that time, they will be alone. And this, usually we can see that in many ayat in the Quran when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking about the disbelievers. Because the disbelievers, most of the time, they have the power, they have the money, they have the supporters, they have the media with them, they have the one who is supporting them in every aspect. So when they come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and enter the hellfire, they will not find any supporter for them. We'll stop here inshallah and we'll continue next time. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك لا إله إلا